y'all, it's Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and we are back with another video for creating an album in 31 days. And today we are going to make flower embellishments. So, I like to use, y'all know, my flowers and greenery as my fillers. I love flowers. I can use them on anything. But if you are not using flowers, so say you're doing a baby boy or sports or camping, hiking, things like that, and you're not going to use flowers, you could totally do something else. So you could do stars, you could do hearts. Like if you were doing a baseball album, you could make a bunch of different size baseballs. Things like that. But you kind of want one main embellishment. Like we have all these other embellishments. But you kind of want one thing that you can carry through the whole album to make it cohesive. So we've already done that kind of with the colors. But my flowers is going to be my cohesive element that's going to bring all the rest of the album together. I can use flowers on every page so that it all goes together, even if it's in different colors or what have you. So, y'all know that I like to add dimension to my stuff. So I've created some flowers. Some using the Cricut. This one was using my Cricut. This one was using my stamps. But they all are popped up dimensional flowers. So I am not going to show you guys how to go through and stamp and all those things. You can watch the other stamp and embellishment video for that. What I did want to show y'all is how I've showed this before a long time ago, how to make some 3D flowers from just basic paper shapes. I did want to mention, I always stamp out greenery. I just used my green scraps of cardstock, added a little bit of marker, highlights pretty much, using a variety of different stamps, and just did a bunch of different greenery and leaves and stuff. But like on this one, this is the same exact stamp. This is actually a Dollar Tree stamp. Let me find it here. So here's the stamp. I know that it's probably hard to see. Let's see if I have a scrap paper here. This one is just a Dollar Tree stamp, and I just used this stamp from it. I also stamped some of these leaves. This is supposed to be a corner. You can tell the edges are cut, and it's supposed to be used as a corner piece, but I cut them apart. I just fussy cut around it, and I'm going to use it as greenery. But this one is the flower I used, so pretty much I stamped it out. And then you can see it has the little center part that's a little bit off. And I just wanted to add a little bit of extra. I don't know how well you can see it. A little bit of extra to it. So I took a stamp from this. This is a Temu stamp. And I just took these circles. They were perfect as sunflower centers. I don't know how well you can see it. But they work perfect as sunflower centers. Now, like I was saying, with stars, you could do all kinds of stars. Like I have these star stamps that could be done. You could make some little embellishments stamping out the stars. You could do just basic stars. You could do some shaker stars. You could do all kinds of things to go throughout your album. You could do the same thing with hearts, with other flowers. If you was doing a baby, you could pick like one thing you wanted to do, like a bottle or a rattle or whatever, and or baby booties, and go throughout your whole album, just so that you have that one thing that ties it all together. So this is the same stamp. I took one of these stamps and I just stamped it on over top of the center and didn't do anything. It's not dimensional or anything, but it's super cute. I did the exact same thing here, except I stamped on one of those centers onto a piece of brown and then fussy cut around it, and then just used foam tape to add it on. So this is the exact same embellishment, but you can see how much of a difference it makes just adding this little dimensional element. So, and these were made using stamps. And this is the same concept. I just stamped, this one was the Vicky Booten stamp because it's a little bit bigger. This is a close to my heart stamp. I don't know where I laid it, but it's the sunflower stamp, and I couldn't get it to stamp really good, so I just went with it and colored it in and then added the center, but I used the center from this. This is the Print Shop Happy Day stamps by Vicky Booten. And then you can see I stamped some of those out here also and turned them into a dimensional sunflower. And let's see. I tried to leave all my stamps laid out so I could show y'all what I used, how I used them. I used a lot of different stamp sets again. And then I used greenery from this one. And of course, y'all know I'm going to stamp this out. I stamped all of these out and fussy cut them for my additional, and I just left them white. I will probably add bling to the centers. I usually do, or an enamel dot or something like that once I use them. Just to give them that more dimensional element. And I think that covers everything except these. Okay, so for these, I used my Cricut, and I found a basic shape of a sunflower, and it was a cutout line, so that it was just like the outline of it, and I filled it in on my Cricut design space. I filled it in and just made it a solid shape, the basic thing, and that was it. And then I went to my circles and I lined it up to see like what size circle would work best to make a sunflower, and then I cut out circles. So then I took the shape, resized them, made multiples, and pretty much that's where I'm at. Cut out just as many as I wanted. And then I took this dried marigold Distress Oxide ink just to ink my edges of my flowers. So let's see, we don't have this size yet, so let me do one of these and I'll show you how I did them to make them dimensional. And then this one is going to go on here. So then I'm just going to ink it up. Let me make sure I'm in frame so y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay, I am. Alright, so, and then you're going to have a center. Let's see. I think it's this one. Yep, it is. Okay. So, I use the same concept for things with circles, stamping. This one is basic. What I did was that one's a little bit too big. Let's see, this one will probably fit. So this one's just about the right size of those circles off of that stamp set. And I just stamped it in my black ink on there, just to give it some pattern to it, to make it look more sunflowery. Okay. And then I took my circle and I took my little tool for roughing up the edges, Distress Edge Distresser, there we go, and just distress the edge of it all the way around, just to rough it up, give it a little bit of character. And, okay, have that ready. And then with these petals, all I did was take them and bend them up on every petal. Now, you could totally bend them first and then ink them. You'd get a little bit different look because it would hit at different spots. But I find it's easier just to ink first versus afterwards. Okay, and then this one I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to bend them up. Alright, and then you have your two pieces, and then you're going to glue these together. And I just offset them so that it's in between the other petals. And then for the center of it, I just pop some foam tape on the back of that to give it dimension. And voila, you have a sunflower. Super easy. So, like I said, these were done with basic shapes. Now, if you have flower dies, awesome. Get those out, use those, you know. But my die cut machine is still broke, so that is why I am relying on my stamps and my Cricut to pull me through. You can see I still have plenty to work with here. But I am missing my dies because I have some awesome sunflower die cuts I could be using, so I'm a little bit sad. So, I hope this helps. Helps you think outside the box. I've been trying to give a few little gap days so that you have time to work on things. Because I know finding time is the hardest part of this whole process. I think we have 1 or 2 more embellishment making videos coming up. And one of them will be focused, I think, on Cricut and dies. I just wanted to focus on like your main embellishment. What do you want to carry through the whole album? So that's what you want to focus on. Whatever you want your main, it doesn't have to be flowers, just your main carrying embellishment. That's what you want to work on making, whether it be from stamps, from dies, from your cutting machine, whatever. This is the time to do it. So I think we have one more coming up to focus on cutting machines and dies, embellishments that you have that you already set out and haven't just had a chance to do them yet. That's what we're going to be doing coming up. So if you want to get a head start on that. And we're also going to do a cluster video on making some quick clusters with all the things we've made. And then we'll be ready to start actually creating our pages. And if you have stuck with me this long and played along and worked and did all the homework, putting the pages together should be extremely simple. If you pulled your inspiration, sketches, anything like that you want to do, it should be super fast because we have everything already made. All you have to do is put it down on the page. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Leave me a comment below and let me know. And until next time, bye y'all.